You and your riders have ridden 3 days and 3 nights non-stop, ever since getting the letter from your uncle, the Duke of Crowsbridge. He said he believed that the king's men were coming to attack him. It couldn't be. They wouldn't be so bold. But as you crest the hill near his keep, it is worse than you could have ever imagined. They're already besieging the walls. Exhausted, you organize your men into lines, and you give the cry, "With me! Ride! For Crowsbridge!" The men let out a cheer as you break into a gallop. Some of the king's men turn, letting off volleys of arrows. Brave warriors around you fall, but you crash into their lines. Have you turned up in time to break the siege? Or are you on a mystery quest? Welcome everybody to Mystery Quest, where today we're playing a game called Mausritter by Isaac Williams, and a scenario called Honey in the Rafters. If you're a supporter and you're interested, right now you can watch a character creation video where we go through, we roll up everyone's characters and join them all together and have a little bit of a chat about the game before we begin. You do not need to see that to enjoy this video, but if you like that kind of thing, maybe consider supporting us. Enjoy. Today, I am joined by a host of very lovely guests. I have Ravs.
Hello, I'm Ravs, and I'm going to be playing Herb today, who's going to sound a little bit like this. Hello, everybody. Hello, chaps. It's me, Herb.
And Lydia.
Hello, I'm Lydia, and I'm going to be playing Eduardo today.
Eduardo.
A first-time appearance from Bryony.
Hello, I'm Bryony. I'm going to be playing Hazel. I'm going to sound a bit like this. I just want the treasure.
I just want the treasure. And last of all, we are joined by Lewis Brindley.
Hello, everyone. I'm Lewis. I'm going to be playing Prince Peeps Piddleton.
Amazing. So, Mausritter. The Mouse Kingdom survive on the edge of collapse. A harsh winter or a heartless cat could spell the end for all. The settled mice huddle together, hidden in their settlements, in trees and burrows and walls, scraping and saving a tenuous existence. But you're not like those settled mice. By choice or by necessity, you're an adventurer. You live by your luck, your smarts, your bravery. With your friends by your side, you'll abandon the warmth and safety of the mouse settlements and venture forth into the dark and dangerous places other mice do not dare tread. There is great wealth to be found by those that are willing to take it. The world is old. Great empires of mouse and beast have risen and fallen. It's a huge and dangerous world out there. It does not look kindly on a small mouse. But if you are very brave and very clever and just a little bit lucky, you might be able to survive. And if you survive long enough, you might even become a hero among mice.
Wowee.
Ooh.
So yeah, we are playing this rule system. It's a sort of OSR-inspired game. It's very simple mechanics that we'll be kind of explaining as we go along, but it is a D20-based system where you're trying to roll underneath your stats. In turn, there's a paragraph in this book that says, it's called Making It Your Own. Mausritter is built on a long history of games. It's resilient to hacking. Many systems can be modified, replaced, or ignored entirely. Because we are playing this as a one-shot rather than a campaign, there are a few mechanics that we are just going to completely brush over, and there may be times where I will fudge the mechanics to make it work for exactly how we want to run this game.
Cool.
So if some things are a little bit different, I know none of you guys have read the rules.
I'm not gonna know.
For anyone at home, sometimes we might fudge things just to match what we're doing. So, we're going to begin. All of you have made your way to the Mouse Kingdom and the capital of Stumpton. This is a great old oak tree stump, which is hollowed out, and if you either were here before or you have adventured from far and wide to get here, because you've all heard tale that a great feast is going to happen, and you are here to rest your bones from adventuring, get some food, maybe some drink, and just kind of take part in a bit of a party. The settlement of Stumpton, this huge old oak, a few hundred mice live here, and as you kind of make your way through the main entrance, there's a large kind of paved central area where the center of this tree is rotten out. Dotted all the way around the kind of inner walls of the tree are little houses that have been built, kind of popping out from the walls, rope bridges moving between them, ladders kind of going up and down, kind of leaving the majority of this central courtyard fairly empty. But today, tables and chairs have been set up all around, and near kind of this main door that leads down into the underground of Stumpton, a stage has been erected, and all of you are sat with a few hundred other mice feasting and drinking away. Everyone's having this great party. It's kind of getting closer to nightfall now, and as this merriment goes on, 3 mice walk onto the stage. These 3 kind of the High Council of Stumpton, and they kind of gesture for silence. There's this one big corpulent mouse, a very rich kind of fancy looking mouse. He's wearing kind of this like nice gold chain, has a little hat. He's very cool. And a much older mouse wearing these robes, who has kind of an air of magic about him. And they call for silence. And this rich main mouse, he addresses you all and says, Please, my gentle mice, thank you for all attending us today for our great festival that we're having. As you may all know, it has been our great honor to be ruling over Stumpton in the stead of our dear sweet Prince Peeps Piddleton. Ever since the untimely passing of his father, we have looked after him, but now it is his coming of age festival, and everyone cheers. Hurrah! The mice are getting all excited, and very good. As you all know, as is tradition in Stumpton for our dear prince to be able to take his place as the new king, he must perform a great and noble deed to prove himself as the wisest ruler in the land. And so we are here to ask, do we have any volunteers who would love to accompany our dear little princeling on his journey of becoming a fully grown mouse? He kind of like casts his eye out over the crowd of all of these benches, these tables covered in their nuts and seeds, these little mugs of kind of this like sour barley ale that is made in the local area.
Herb will start to hobble forward a little bit. The older rat with like grey matted fur.
Our first
got an eye patch.
Our first volunteer. A seasoned traveler, no doubt. Sir, who?
My liege. I may be old, but the young prince reminds me very much of my sister, and as I'm getting on in my years, I'd love to go on one more quest and help out the young chap. If you would have me, that is.
An excellent choice. You brave adventurer. The prince will be honored to have you by his side. Any others wish to volunteer for this most noble and great quest?
Eduardo stands up. He's got like a tan-coloured flecked coat and a nice tufted tail. And he just loudly says, Yes, it is I. Hold your applause, Eduardo.
No one applauds.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. My liege, lovely to see you. I assume you've been hoping I would stand up, and I will step up for this role, as I am the famous trap thief, very successful, and I'm here to make this mission Eduardo.
Oh, yeah. Eduardo. They kind of the three council members look at each other, and you see this old kind of like wizardly looking mouse and this big corpulent mouse. Them both like nodding, and this main sort of noble mouse being like, yeah, Eduardo, the famed trap thief. Very, very excellent. We would love to send you with the princeling. You kind of get like an idea that they're all smiling about this. They're all very happy that you're going. None of the other mice seem that impressed. All the other people sat around. They maybe know a bit more about your reputation, that you have led other adventurers and have gotten them killed in the past.
Yep.
But these guys seem real into it.
Great.
So a little white mouse with what you think are bands, but could just be dirt,
Okay.
steps forward. Instead of introducing, just says, "What sort of reward we talking here?"
Oh, fame, riches. I'm sure the princeling, he will reward anyone here most highly. His brave adventurers that go with him. Everything that you wish could be yours.
Oh, you had me at riches. Hazel Eyebright, I'll be joining.
We would absolutely love that. Like, they kind of nod to each other. As this kind of goes on, a few more minutes pass, and a couple of other mice sort of put their hands up and introduce themselves, and this kind of like little band is going to be kind of heading out together. But even though it's way past his bedtime, it is time. Please, introducing our beloved prince. It's Peeps Piddleton, and everyone begins to cheer and clap as from the chambers beneath Stumpton, you are brought up by your like nurse.
Is there like a little fanfare?
Yeah.
I like that.
There's some playing little, reed pipes and
Oh yeah.
Cute.
One's got like a little kind of harp, and they're just playing a bunch of cute, festive mouse music.
Hello, my loyal subjects. Thank you so much for being here, as it is time for me to take on my father's role as king, to step out of the shadows, no longer Prince Regent, but King of Stumpton soon. These good men will stand by my side and help me, as my father did before me, take on an act of courage. It looks like I already have a magus, and a famed adventurer, and this guy. I'm so excited. I can't wait to get out there. Yay!
Incredible. The crowd kind of applauds, and they're all having a great, just a real good time. You are going to have a bit of time to enjoy these festivities and sort of just mill around and just have a chat with some people. There is free food, free eating, so you can just take some time, just have a little chat around with some people. Is there anything that you guys want to specifically get up to?
Imagine Herb's just like putting way too much food on his plate, but he's not got the appetite he used to, so he's like half eating all of his food, and he's just sitting there like, ugh, yeah.
Are you taking part in the delicious sour barley ale?
Yes.
Like they've cracked out like these big kegs. People are getting real merry. Like the sun has gone down now. It is nightfall, and
Take a little sip. It's a little stronger than I remember. Yes.
strong. The rest of you, do you want to? Is there anything you want to get up to?
I think I'd just find anyone who will pay me any kind of attention to brag about my.
Yeah, there's a good few hundred mice who are all taking part in this. Performers, people dancing around, doing things. But a lot of people are just turning up. These big mountains of seeds and grain and delicious vegetable mush is all being eaten and drunk away. But yeah, you can happily have a chat with some some folks. Tell them about yourself.
Yeah, I think I'd want to talk to Prince Peeps Piddleton.
Lovely to meet you. Are you the famous Fred Wardo that I heard from my stories?
Eduardo, yes. Yes, Liege, you've heard of me. No.
But Fred Wardo he must be ancient by now.
Eduardo,
The one who killed the big ferret. Is that the one?
Yes, I did kill that ferret.
Goodness,
yeah,
really?
Yes.
Wow, it's an honor that you're joining me on this quest. Do you know what? I think I'll make you my royal first bodyguard.
Oh, wonderful! Thank you. You know, don't be put off by the fact that I'm missing my left arm and I've only got 4 toes and half my tail has been singed off. And
But that's the true mark of adventurer.
exactly, and I can't hear so well, and also there's a problem with my heart after all of the things I've been
For
doing.
all of this service to the kingdom, I think I should make you Sir
What?
Eduardo.
What?
Get down and I will knight you right now.
Wonderful.
The sort of like old kind of like Weasley mouse. He's kind of lingering nearby, and he's constantly like wringing his hands and like playing with his long like white beard. And this guy looks ancient as a mouse, and he's like, my liege, so the job of king can make a knight of the realm. Maybe that's best saved for when you complete this great quest of yours.
Okay, of course.
Well, as soon as we get back.
Oh, absolute, of course.
Shake my hand.
Yes,
there we go.
Lovely to meet you.
Oh, lovely.
Yes.
What is this quest exactly?
What a great thing you could do is, when your father became king, well, he had gone and he brought a great feast back to Stumpton and slew the great beast, the dire worm of the forest. He was a noble and proud warrior. Like a lot of you will have heard the tale of King Piddleton. Of
My
him.
father. What a noble figure. I miss him every day. He used to read with me, you know, the stories. He would read to me every night. And then, you know, I miss him so much.
My condolences.
I'll hug Piddleton.
Oh, Piddleton.
Wait, you can read?
So you did mention you only have one arm, but you are armed with a bow and arrow, right?
Oh.
Oh, you really fucked up there, huh?
Like we can make that work.
No,
but,
I use my mouth to pull.
You could use your tail to like load it.
okay, it's gonna be wild. We'll bring that one arm back later if you want. Only one arm. I'm super down.
It'll work, don't you worry.
Hazel, what are you up to during this sort of time? Are you hanging out with the prince? Are you?
I'm just sort of going around, and even though there's good eating, I'm leaning over people's shoulders and being like, "Are you gonna finish that?" And just like picking up plates and turning them over and being like, "Oh yeah." Oh.
You can, if you want to steal some of this crockery, you are more than welcome to. If you are doing that, like kind of as you go around and you're milling around with these people, some of them are like, "Hey, buddy, there's a ton of free food over there," as they're eating their seeds. But you kind of overhear a few conversations that people are having. You get the sort of vibe that a lot of people don't really think the prince is up to it. They'd love him to be able to kind of get to do this and become the king, because the town council, since his father went missing, they've been ruling and they've been doing a pretty good job. Taxes are high, but you know, it's all okay. And none of them are going to support him if he doesn't do this great quest. It's the tradition of Stumpton. If he doesn't do something amazing, something incredible, which is, you know, slaying a beast and bringing back this mighty feast, it's just how things are done here. And people are skeptical that he's really up to it because he seems a little bit sheltered.
It's true. I've heard the stories too, but you mark my words. I'm ready as any man. I'm strong as my father was when he did his great deed. Just you wait and see.
You to be young and strong again.
So let me get this straight then, just to be sure. We've got little Prince, old boy Herb. Lovely to meet you, Herb.
I've heard so much about you.
I know. My name is known wide and far. It is true. And you, the klepto. What are you good at?
Oh, I find things. I put them to good use.
Wonderful.
Hoping to do with all you lot anyway.
Where's my coin purse? I think I mislaid it when I shook hands with you, Hazel.
Yeah, you can happily, if you want Lewis's coins, you can.
Or can I do the typical handshake, my name's Hazel, and then I'm feeling his fingers for any.
Oh, you take his rings.
If he's got a ring, the royal ring, you're just instantly stealing from his boyfriend.
Kiss his hand and suck the gem out of his ring.
Wow.
like Robin Hood.
Oh, my watch is gone.
So the night is continuing on, and you are sort of getting acquainted with each other, drinking heavily, and this big corpulent mouse comes over, and you know that this guy is the kind of like the local guild boss. He's in charge of a lot of the trade and stuff that happens in this region, and he sits down with you. Multiple plates all stacked up with food, several mugs of ale, and is like, "Oh, my dear princeling, I hope do you have any idea on the quest you wish to take? Have you made your plans yet?"
Oh, yes, I have. My nanny has been reading me the stories, and she says that I should go and find a great beast to fight, and I will duel it to the death, and slay it, and cut its head off, and bring it back, and everyone will feast and rejoice.
Oh, that sounds lovely. Well, if you want a little tip.
By all means, Counselor.
He unfolds kind of like a little map, which is sort of just a few dotted lines with very, very rough pictures of the landscape. If you head to the north, we've heard reports of a beehive up there, with great quantities of honey. That if you were able to bring back a lot of that, well, we could not be drinking this sour ale. Instead, we could make fine mead or the sweetest honey cakes around, and all mice would love something delicious and sweet like that.
Well, not to be, not because I'm frightened or anything, but is there anything less stingy? Bees are quite frightening. Is there anything easier?
Well, I'm sure you could go and, I guess, pick up some garbage outside, but if you don't want people to accept you as their king, Princeling, I leave it entirely up to you.
Sure, bees it is.
No, I should not have said. And he begins to slowly take the map back off the table. I should not have.
I'll have the bees. It's okay. I'll get the honey.
Oh.
Don't you worry. Brave Prince Pilton.
Prince? Now, let's not be so hasty. What sort of garbage we talking here? There's some pretty good garbage.
Shit.
Don't you worry, Prince. I've thought hundreds of thousands of bees. I bravely threw man after man in front of them, and we survived it. You'll be fine, Princey boy.
Wave after wave of your fellow mice.
And did you say to the north it is?
Yeah.
Well, I just so happened to be up from that way. Yes, I escaped from my cage, and I traveled down south to Stumpton. I could lead the prince along the road quite safely.
Oh,
Fabulous.
Absolutely perfect.
Always lovely to die near your home. Wonderful.
Well.
Out of interest, not that I don't have faith in this lot, but if he dies, we still get the reward, right?
Well, I guess we will undoubtedly reward you for your efforts. If whatever, like anything, any service we can provide, we just want our dear princeling to be safe and achieve his goals.
He won't die, don't you worry.
We have full faith in you, Eduardo.
I know,
Yes.
sir, I know.
Make sure you keep a very close eye and use all of those skills we've heard so much about. And yes, we have full faith in you.
Good man. An autograph?
Yes,
Of course.
please. He gives you a napkin. And he instantly mops his, just vegetable mush covered face.
Thank you so much for your kind support, Council. I don't know why my father said such bad things about you.
Well, I'm so sad. I missed your father every day since his untimely... he went missing. Anyway,
Yes.
I need to get a little refill. He's devoured all of the food on these multiple plates and drained these mugs. Please, another round on me. He calls over to a little serving mouse, and they come and put big stacks of mugs down in front of you. Please, all drink up.
Can I have a drink?
No, you are very young, Princeling, but you know what? I think because it's a very special day for you, then we shall here have an extra big one on me. And
Hooray!
he slams down
To the future king.
to
the future
yes,
king.
to the future king.
To the future king!
To the richest mouse I know.
So he heads off and he goes to get some more food. The festivities continue for a little bit longer. The head storekeep comes to you guys and offers if there's anything you need for your adventures, just come and let me know. I'll get you all outfitted. I've already provided you with food and rations, some torches just in case it gets dark out there at night. And if there's anything else I could possibly give you, just let me know. Anything to help the king, my lord. He nods. You really get a different vibe from this guy that he feels like he has a lot of respect for the prince. He seems quite.
Thank you. Good footman.
Thank you. Yeah, that's great.
Look after Nanny for me.
Oh, I shall. Yeah, my wife. She's your nanny. Cherry. She's great.
Is he like a guard or a shopkeeper? What's his vibe?
Yeah, he's kind of sort of part shopkeep, part works in the sort of storehouses here.
Young man, I'm afraid I don't have very much experience outside of the cage. Is there anything that I should bring with me that I don't already have? Anything you might recommend?
Well, I would take a. I don't like to go outside. More and more mice have been going missing recently. No. It just seems real dangerous out there that I don't want to get involved in. I wouldn't step foot outside one bit. But so I've got so much stuff I could give you.
All we need is a stout heart and a good attitude. That's what Nanny always said.
Spoken like a true king.
That's exactly the mindset our future ruler should have. So on a pure meta way, if there's anything that you can imagine that you might want, let me know.
How good are we at climbing? Is there anything you get climbing gear?
You 100%. I can say you can have some climbing gear.
Okay, I'd love some climbing gear.
I mean, mice are really good at climbing anyway, aren't they?
Yeah, I think we're already pretty good at it, but just in case.
No, that sounds.
I guess you're old.
Yeah, I'm old. I need some pythons or something. Yeah.
So if you want to take a little square. So Mausritter plays with an inventory system where you have a little grid that you are putting stuff down onto that grid. And so, for example, your weapons, your rations, torches, things like that, all take up slots on that grid. And so I've just given Ravs a little square that you can write climbing gear on, which could be, sort of little thumbtacks and some string, in like a big spool, that kind of vibe, however you want to imagine it.
Paperclip with a rope that I throw up.
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
little paperclip grappling hook.
Yeah.
Any other supplies I can give to you all? Princeling, we've already polished up your father's shield and his helmet.
Yes. It's like a 1 penny piece.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. That's
It's
cute
a
as
coin.
That's cute as hell.
And I've got a little ornamental cake fork, with a little decorative cake like on the end.
Oh.
It's very, like you turn a really fancy little tea shop.
Yeah.
That's cute. It's a crown jewel.
I love it. Yeah, and like a little kind of thimble style hat.
Yes.
Cute.
Oh, I love that.
My good man.
Oh yes, Eduardo.
It is I. It is I. Your shields. How much?
My shields. No, we are more than happy to outfit you, but I feel like you'll have a hard time wielding one with that one arm of yours.
This blasted thing always getting in the way.
Like we're all fascinated by how you even use that bow. Can't wait for you to get back with us to hear all about that adventure.
Don't you worry. I know exactly how I use it.
How is your lack of an arm getting in the way?
It's absolutely not a problem.
Surely the opposite of that. It's not.
Exactly. It actually makes it much more streamlined. Not an issue at all. Not an issue at all. I am Eduardo after all. But actually, you're right. I won't be taking a shield. Thank you.
Well, I can just read you an example of just some of the things that you could potentially take. It's all pretty easygoing. Things like a bedroll, bellows, book, bottle, bucket, caltrops, chalk, chisel, cookpots, crowbar, drill, glue, grease, hammer, horn, hourglass, lockpicks, metal file, a mirror, musical instrument, a net, a padlock, perfume pick, some loaded dice, a shovel, a tent, water skin, whistle, wooden pole, fishing hook, incense, twine. You can buy weapons, you can buy torches, lanterns, oil. You can buy more clothing. You can have...
Can I have some incense,
You
please?
bitch. That's what I was going to get. I mean, you bitch.
You bitch. So bear in mind, your slots will be filling up. There
Yeah.
you go. Have a little thing.
Oh,
Can I have
yeah.
a cooking pot, please.
A cooking pot, 100%.
I've had to move me arm to me body.
Could I, wrap my climbing gear around my body? So I'm kind of wearing it a little bit. Kind of tie the rope around and clip it in.
It's more like it will be a piece of loot. I'm going to be filling up your slots.
Just to make room for this incense.
Oh, so yeah, you're getting full already.
Torch into the off paw. Climbing gear on the body.
So it does mean, so if you have something in your off board, that means you are just having to physically hold this all the time.
Yep. Yep. I'll put it in my inventory for now, but I'm a bit low on the old spots.
Have you got something for me before I go?
Yes, look, Nanny Cherry, she made this specific for you, and it's like a big, heavy,
Oh no, it's not another one of those woolly hats, is it?
It's a woolly hat cloak combo.
This is great. Thanks.
But look, she made it with her bare hands,
Tell Nanny that I love it, and I'll put it on right now.
Such fine craftsmanship.
Lovely.
it'll bring a tear to her eye. Oh, my little prince.
Thank you, my goodman,
Good.
for all of your service.
Oh, thank you, Prince, and I can't wait to hear about all your adventures when you get back and we have your coronation.
I can't wait either. Once I reach the kinghood, you will be richly rewarded.
Oh, thank you.
My loyal subject.
That's so kind of you, my dear princeling. Anyway, let me take my leave. I've got stocks and stores to take care of, I do. And he heads off. So you guys spend the rest of the evening. Are you guys getting drunk? Is basically all I wonder about. The festivities go late into the night. They are happily giving the little prince as much alcohol as you want. You get very merry very quickly if you do want to drink.
This
the rest
tastes
of you,
funny.
so it is a delicious, very sour
My
kind of
paws are
ale.
all
Yeah.
tingly.
Oh,
Oh, little princeling. But I'm going to assume you guys are partying into the night.
Well,
with-
Herb is like falling asleep holding a mug of ale. Like it's like his third one. Just like too old for the party lifestyle. He's snoozing.
Why are there two of you?
What was that, young
You
princeling?
are using an illusion to spell?
yes, the magic.
You are a great wizard indeed. Whoa, cool, reliable.
My good boy's drunk. Lovely.
Tell me a story again, Eduardo.
Oh, too many stories to tell, too little time, young chap. We've got to get fresh and ready. I've had a couple of drinks. I'm not getting too hammered.
Okay.
Unlike...
How about Hazel? Are you getting...
I'm doing that thing where I'm making it look as if I'm drinking a lot, but really I'm passing drinks around and keeping an eye on everyone, seeing who's got goods.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sort of like, have another one, my good mate. Arm around the shoulder, little brooch. Oh, there we go.
Oh my god. Well, holy moly. Yeah, you can steal healthily from these people. I think through your sort of kind of crooning around and being light-fingered, you can roll me... give me a D6 times 10 is how many pips I'm going to let you steal from people.
4.
40.
Yay.
Nice.
People are getting real drunk. The beer is absolutely free and tons of food, and this is a pretty big event for a lot of people, and so people let their guard down. People just leaving coins and stuff on tables and just not really noticing whatsoever that you have stolen.
Only from the rich, mind.
Only from the rich. Well, yeah, well,
Little Robin Hood.
most of them.
Shall I rub out my pips?
I think your pips have instantly been stolen. That was like the first thing that she took. So I think like maybe it's the early hours of the morning, and now people have gone to bed. Most people are living in their little houses around the outside. You guys all kind of like take your leave. Nanny comes and puts Piddleton to bed. And
Nanny.
He's had quite a lot to drink.
yeah.
I'm feeling very warm and happy. I'm so excited for my big adventure.
Oh, well, you're going to do great, my little prince, then. We're
can't
so
wait.
proud of you, and you'll come back and be the king.
She reads you a story about a plucky prince going on an adventure. It's one of your favorites, about them, fighting a giant lizard and being a hero, and everyone loved them, and they were so brave and noble, and it's one of your all-time things. And they meet the stag lord that roams the woods and bows down and kneels before their king, and it's great. It's all real good, real cute stuff. You two have kind of half passed out, make your way to some beds. I'm gonna say that Hazel, you kind of being a bit more sober and sneaking around, you find yourself sort of in the below tunnels of Stumpton. You've all been given rooms down there because you're going on this great adventure, and as you're kind of sneaking along, checking, sconces on walls to see if you think they could be worth something, looking at, the little tapestries.
Checking for secret doors.
Yeah, just rummaging around. You overhear voices through this kind of larger open door down there, in this little earthen tunnel, and it kind of draws your attention because you can tell that they sound like they're speaking in hushed tones, and that must mean there's scheme in the foot, which instantly you love a good scheme. And you make your way up to that door, and inside are the 3 council members, and they are chatting amongst themselves, and they're like, yes, the little princeling, he took the adventure just like I thought he would. And the noble mouse is like, yes, soon. There's no way he'll return. We'll be done with him, and then we shall have full control of
Stumpton, and we can do whatever we like with the taxes.
The old wizened one.
He's like, but what if he does make it back? We have to make sure he cannot possibly return. His plans, it was so risky for us to get rid of his father. But what if he makes it back and he does become king?
And do not worry, the corpulent one speaks again.
Brother Glacé will easily be able to take care of them, and if not, I've heard the foul Stig is on the prowl again, and between those two, there's no way he'll be back, and then all of Stumpton will be ours!
You hear them all breaking into laughter, and they clink glasses together, and one of them kind of like looks at the door. They don't necessarily see you, but one of them is looking directly in your direction. What do you want to do?
I think I'm just gonna sneak away. Slowly just sneak away.
Great. Well, yeah, you I think you're a little mouse. I think you can sneak away and make your way back to your bedroom. And I think we're just gonna hard cut to, it's the following morning now, and the farewells have been said, and you guys are embarking on your adventure. All the people have come out. There's flags and banners. People are cheering. People are throwing, confetti all over the princeling as you are heading on your adventures. Right. Anyone who did a lot of drinking, you're going to be hungover.
I said I did it.
Yeah.
I said I had a couple of drinks.
I don't think I would have drank very much.
I knew you were going to do that. That's why I didn't get drunk.
I feel like Herb probably didn't drink too much, but his tolerance is probably quite bad because he's old. So I feel like he probably had like a couple, but it's like hit him like a truck.
Okay, that's great. I think Hazel definitely didn't drink. That was like quite a specific thing. Here you go.
If you're a
And here you
cage
go.
I
dweller,
think I must be ill or something. My head is hurting and I'm feeling sick and it's a bit dizzy. I don't know if I want to do this adventure.
My boy, it's a hangover. Your first hangover. Congratulations. Don't worry, you'll be fine. A bean on toast will sort you out. Fabulous.
Okay. I heard there was this thing called hair of the dog. Was that? Was there anyone got any dog hair for this? Because I could eat that and I might feel better.
Any poodles or anything around here? Get for the boy? No? No? Never
You
mind.
say that,
Well,
and
possibly we.
an old mouse nearby is like, oh, a dog! Where? And they run and just like scurry underground.
No. Dogs are nothing to be afraid of. You see, it's the cat you want to look out for. Yes.
Another half dozen mice flee when they hear.
In the loving house that I'm from, there's a very lovely dog. He all he does is he smells the cage, but the cat, I see the evil in its eye. The ire,
Wretched things.
horrible.
Wretched things. He knows how I lost my arm.
I lost my
Fighting.
cousin to a cat.
It was the lost underwater city of Atlantis. I fought a cat which was 22 feet tall. It took
is it
my
a
arm.
catfish?
You're not as stupid as you look. But yes, it took my arm, but it didn't take my spirit.
How did you breathe underwater?
Oh, all in good time. All in good time. You'll find out the secrets of Eduardo.
You remained underwater until you could breathe?
But not right now. Right now, we go on and we adventure. Let's go, happy boy.
Oh, my head is killing me, but I'm so excited. I've never been on an adventure.
You guys set out. There's fond farewells. Nanny is there sobbing away.
Oh, my little Prince Lim. Oh, since he was a boy.
See you soon, Nanny.
And the three council members are all stood.
Yes, we can't wait to see you on your return, brave Piddleton.
What a nice man he is.
The old guy.
Yes, Prince. Good.
Thank you for all your help, council members.
Yes, you're so welcome, Princeling.
Aren't they so delightful?
They're so lovely, those old chaps.
They love me. Great chaps. Great chaps.
And the nobles.
Yes, Princeling, you're going to make your father so proud. If only he could have been here today to see you grow off and become a full-grown mouse.
So wonderful.
You're amazing. We can't wait for you to come back here. We're all rooting for you.
And they all laugh in unison.
Hooray!
Yes. Yes. Now on your way.
Okay.
They push you on your journey.
Yay.
There's a couple of other mice that have sort of kind of coming on this adventure with you guys, but they are purely here for when you die, and I have backup characters. As of yet,
They're
shall
carrying the royal supplies at the back.
Yeah, they're kind of like outfits and just carrying some extra junk for you. So we are going to move on to a bit of the game where normally we would be doing this sort of as a sort of like a hex crawl type thing with random locations, interesting sites that you might be able to go to. But we are going to a specific location. But I think we'll roll kind of like just randomly once on this table as like a little fun encounter. It's fun. So, surrounding Stumpton, Stumpton is kind of on the edge of there's like a forest, and nearby is kind of a big, overgrown, kind of grassy field type area that has kind of wild corn and barley and, sort of like long grasses and stuff like that, which is between rummaging around in the woods and these fields is where you get most of your food, or most of the food and supplies are collected for the town. And you guys are heading north out of here. If someone wants to roll me a D6. No, a D20.
Just for navigating.
Yeah. And then
Okay.
someone roll me a D6 followed by a D6.
5.
5. Oh.
5, 4.
5, 4. That's cool.
Yay!
Okay. So yeah, you are making your way north, and it's like a beautiful summer's day. Anyone who's hungover, you're feeling a little bit queasy, and you kind of need like a good rest to be able to kind of clear that up. It'll consume some rations and just take some time to do it. But you are heading north, and you are maybe traveling about a mile, which in human terms, a mile. In mouse terms, is a long way. This is taking the best part of a day. And you are going through these like beautiful fields full of flowers. You feel really safe as they are like tall, and it feels very easy for you to travel along. And it kind of is the majority of the day that you're just going through these big, rich flower fields. Sort of insects gently buzz around above you, and is all really nice. And nightfall is beginning to come around, and you set up your little camp to have a rest. And as you're kind of about to go to bed, you can see in the distance there's a light kind of through this big tall grass, and it just instantly draws your attention that it is not something else is out here as well, something with a lamp.
Can I climb to the top of a flower and get a better look?
Yeah, 100% you can. It looks like there's a little house, and you would say this is a mouse-made house with a lamp, and there is smoke coming out of a little kind of chimney there. It seems kind of wacky that a mouse is living so far out here. And it's sort of made of reeds kind of that have been sort of bent and woven together, making this little like kind of thatched area. And you can see this kind of smoke coming out of the top that you'd say is maybe like a little bit like colorful.
Everyone, chaps, my eye isn't, quite as good now that I've lost the other one, but I'm seeing some sort of light and smoke. I think it might be a little mouse settlement or something. maybe a better place to spend the night so that creepy crawlies and cats can't find us. We might want to press on and try and go there. Maybe they'll take kindly to you, young prince, and give us
And Eduardo.
And the famous Eduardo, of course. And maybe we'll have some shelter for the night.
It would be good to visit members of my kingdom.
Your
who aren't-
loyal subjects who you will lead, yes.
Indeed. Just because they're, not living in the capital doesn't mean they aren't my subjects, my servants. Yes.
And it looks like they have a bit of a fire going on.
By
Maybe
all
they're
means.
doing some cooking or something.
Lead on, mage.
Oh, yes, of course.
Hang on a minute. Are we sure that it's a good idea to just say that we've got the prince with us?
Well, why not?
I don't know. If a prince walked into my house, I'd be eyeing him up and down for his jewels before he'd just hit the ground.
I think you do that to everyone.
I think, you're currently wearing his necklace and his ring.
Somehow you're wearing the netted shawl he's wearing.
I'm just saying, we don't want anyone to try and take advantage.
Cool. So are you heading over towards this house? Like you get closer, and it definitely is like this little kind of cottage made out of this local stuff that you would say is a mouse area, and you can't really hear anything coming from inside. It's in like a little clearing right next to the waterfront, with a sort of like a little kind of pier area. It looks like a boat is docked there.
Can I knock on the door?
Like as you go to knock on the door, like you go to do that, it slowly creaks open.
Oh, you didn't quite close your door in there, chap. I'm coming in.
Like as it does that, you just hear a voice from inside being like,
Oh, hurry up. Come on in. I've been waiting for you.
Oh, she sounds like quite the looker.
I want to just use my mousy nose and smell in the air and see what I can...
it smells like a mixture of kind of baking and chemicals, like something that you're not as familiar with.
Meth lab.
Meth lab. Let's go. We keep the meth lab.
No. You are definitely aware, like, inside you can see it's lit by a fire, and the smoke coming out of the chimney, it looks like it's kind of a multitude of different colors. Is not normal smoke.
Well, what are you waiting for?
Oh, yes. Hello. So nice to meet you. Herb, madam.
You step inside, and there is this mouse in there with their back to you, not even looking at the door, and they are stood next to a large cauldron over this fire, which leads into this kind of like little chimney setup. And
Well, come on in. Take your seats then.
and there is a little table. It's very like rustically furnished, but there are little little jars and earthenware pots, full of all kinds of different things, like packed onto these like little shelves that line the walls, and things are just dangling and hanging from the ceiling. All kinds of stuff. Bits of bugs. There's an ant in a cage in the corner.
I can see you have a lot of spices, but perhaps you need some herb in your life.
Oh, you're
That's such a good line. Such a good line.
Oh my god.
She turns when you say that, and you can see that this like old, much older like lady mouse. She has like a bandage over her eyes, and it's like, oh, it's you, quite the charmer. Yes, I always thought you would be. So, how is it that I can help you all? On your great adventure, my princeling.
Yes, it is I. Good to be recognized by you, my good lady. Thank you for welcoming us into your lovely home.
Man? Yes, it is I from your history books, Eduardo. Pleasure to meet you.
Oh,
Yes, let me introduce my loyal knight,
No
Eduardo.
introduction needed, I'm
And-
sure.
This guy.
All right.
Hazel. young master, that's Hazel.
Hazel.
Oh, yes, I've got my eye on you.
And mine on you.
oh, please. She puts her hand on your shoulder and is gently massaging it.
Oh my god. Thought there wasn't going to be any sex in this.
It's getting very erotic very quickly.
His tail does the thing that just goes,
Boing.
And you, the trap thief.
Yes, Eduardo.
I seem to have made a mistake. I thought you were dead by now.
No. Just all the hundreds of men that I've gone with. But Eduardo always survives every adventure.
Right, you are. Here you go. She's kind of bustling around, kind of mixing some stuff together, and she puts a few drinks down on the table that are mixtures of different things that she almost looked like has been haphazardly grabbing things off of shelves, mixing it together, and slams down these two drinks directly in front of the prince and Herb. Here you go. Bottoms up.
Can I put my hand over the prince's drink and be like, and who do we have the honor of being hosted by then?
Oh, they call me Reapy Cheap. That's the name. I rolled the name. It's Reapy Cheap.
Reapy cheap.
Reapy Cheap.
Reapy cheap.
Reapy cheap.
Oh, have you not heard of me before? Have you been? Give me maybe a will roll to see if you've heard of this character.
Oh.
No.
It's under, right?
Under.
No, I did not roll
I got a
under.
9 and mine's a 6, so
Nope.
sad.
No.
17 and 11.
Cool.
14
Yeah.
and 10.
I'm
We
afraid
dumb.
I'm just a little house mouse. I don't really know the ways of the world. But listen, you don't need a love potion to charm me, madam.
No, come on, bottoms up. She kind of heavily encourages you to drink.
This is
Bam.
very kind of you. I have been warned by Nanny not to accept drinks from strangers, but since you aren't a stranger anymore, maybe it's okay. What do you think, Eduardo?
Young princeling, I could go first.
I wouldn't want to offend this good lady who's hosting us in her home.
Hand the drink over to me. I've got a stomach of a iron sink, and I can handle anything. Right through me it goes, in one end, on the other. Let's
You
go.
should be the royal food taster.
Ah! So give it a smell.
Ooh, smells wacky.
What is this? Old Rippy Cheeky? What is this?
Oh, it's really for the princeling.
As Herb, as you have downed this, instantly you don't feel hungover anymore. It was super duper refreshing. Even if it tastes weird, it's both kind of sweet and salty, with like hits of like fruits and berries, with like a nutty aftertaste. But you can clear that hangover condition. Genuinely.
That's the best tea I've ever had in my life. Oh, it's very pleasant.
I'm so glad you enjoyed it. I brewed it specially for you. Now, come on, princeling, bottoms up. Cause what ails you?
Well, if it's a hangover cure, then bottoms up, Princey boy!
Well, okay, does anyone else want to take on the job of being a royal food taster for the prince? My nanny told me not to drink anything that hadn't been tasted by a member of my court.
Go on, I'll have a sip.
When we saw her preparing this, did she pour the sip? Is this from the same cauldron?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the same. Yeah, she just mixed some things into a jug and then splashes out.
Can Hazel stick a finger in the drink and just be like,
Yeah, you know what? It tastes weird but pleasant.
Yeah. I think Eduardo would take a sip as well. Fine. Young prince, get rid of that hangover, fine. Go ahead, bottoms up. I seem to still be alive, so all good.
Okay.
It really is quite present, young master.
I'll drink it.
You can clear your hangover. You feel significantly better from drinking that.
Is it like a Red Bull or something?
It's basically she mixed a Red Bull.
She makes you a monster.
Yes, it's my Red Bull drink.
Oh, I feel
It's
tingly.
Red Bull rushes go into it. Is that a thing? That might be a thing.
You can have, yes, bottoms up. My prince, would you like to know about your future and the things to come?
Well, absolutely, good servant. Where would my manners be if I turned down such a generous offer from you?
Please.
She kind of extinguishes some lights, and kind of now the only illumination in this room is kind of the fire behind this cauldron, and which is slowly kind of boiling and bubbling away, with this like colorful smoke kind of billowing up into the chimney. And she sits opposite you in this kind of much more darkened room, and encourages you to put your hands out directly in front of her. And like as you are doing this, like the room feels like it begins to kind of like creak and groan a little bit. These colorful lights are sort of popping and flashing all around you.
Oh, I see great and terrible things in your future, my dear little prince. And peril, danger, maybe even death.
Oh, she's just looking very far into the future, where you will die very happily in your bed, surrounded by your family.
Well, I'm thinking more tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
But if you have the strength and bravery, you and your fellows may prevail.
Well, this is fine. Well, I mean, thank you, old crone. We knew this. I mean, we're going on an adventure, and we're going to be doing great glory for the kingdom. Who would I be if I didn't, bravely face danger head on, like my father and Eduardo. And all of my brave friends here amongst me.
I believe you could make all of this work together.
Does it not have the famous Eduardo saving the prince by any chance when you look in your swirly whirly goo goo?
No, my predictions have been a little off, as I was sure you had died. I'd seen that.
Right.
I'm a little confused by that, but my princeling, just watch out for the sweet treats. Yes.
Oh.
And give my regards to the queen. I believe yes. You'll have quite an important meeting with her.
But I'm not betrothed to anyone yet.
And my princeling, remember, always follow your nose. Yes.
My nose? Okay. Thank you.
With that, just all of the lights in the room kind of come back on, and it's fully illuminated. This kind of creaking and groaning goes off, and she kind of sits upright.
Anyway, anyone fancy some stew?
And she heads over to her cauldron.
Will be lovely. What a pleasant encounter this has been.
As she's like pulled her hands away, she has left a stone in your hand. This is a little piece of obsidian with an engraving on it.
Oh.
Which
I look down and it's gone.
genuinely it could.
Anyway, let's give you all some delicious stew.
And that concludes this episode of Mausritter. I really hope that you guys are enjoying something a little bit different, a little change of pace. Our sweet little mice adventurers going through the undergrowth. And if you are enjoying this, please let us know. Leave us a comment down below. We'll go through all of that stuff. It helps with algorithm, I think. Maybe. Who knows how any of that stuff works. Until next time, everybody. Goodbye.